So you are saying industry association, NGOs, and university. Expectations, collaboration, research, innovation, industry development. Why they'll expect this from us? Can you explain?
NGOs, as it's a sustainability what we are mainly focusing on, right? So NGOs and these charities and these universities and the colleges which might be helpful for to reach the local audience, and maybe if we can collaborate with them, even we can get much more ideas on this research part. So I think having bit of inputs from all these university students or the college students would be much more impact on what we are working on, if we have expanding a new product, or if we are working on any new ideas or something like that.
So technically, we are looking maybe that students or so-called university stakeholders might become our employees in the future. That's what we
Might,
are.
yeah, it's one, or maybe we can look into in our consultancy services. Maybe we can use those suggestions, ideas, and their research things, which can be helpful for our purposes also. So yeah.
Tax
This way I didn't
authorities.
understand.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yes,
Paul,
Andhra.
I didn't understand what we are discussing about. The NGO
In
for what?
stakeholder, he has written the last one. If you see Santana, you can see the screen, right?
Yeah, now I'm seeing it. Okay,
He
it's
has
bit.
put industry association, NGO, universities. Maybe you can zoom in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was asking why university is a part of stakeholder. So he's
Okay.
saying that they can be our employees in the future, and we can work some projects together. That's
Okay.
a good partnering with the university. I think for any company is a good idea.
Yes. Yes. Got it.
Then tax authorities, external auditors. I think tax authorities will not have a problem. No need to worry about them. It's just part of the government. Because if you're saying in government, legal compliance and everything, that means tax is also one of the compliance.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes under compliance at, at one single frame. Is it okay?
We can,
Tax,
yeah.
tax penalties or everything you can avoid, right, by that. So it's important, tax authorities.
It's important, but you have to decide whether it's deserve the list in the top 20.
Mm-hmm.
Then external auditors, high power. Interest, I would say just put high and low. Medium can be confusing. Otherwise, okay, medium is fine as well. If you're confident with that. Maintain robust financial records, internal control, audit readiness. All right. Competitors. Okay. Why you have put competitor and how we can manage them?
Where is it?
Competitors number 19.
Com 19. Yeah.
What is it about?
Computers is like how can I put this into? It's like knowing like what they're into it. So it's like what they are working on it on this future things or something like that. Knowing our competitors, which might be like one of the main things what even we have to work around. So it's like, for example, if Valbox is working on some future developed in innovative technologies, what they are seeing ahead of what we have not seen, so that if we know our competitors well, maybe even we will be in the same competitive zone as with like in the market.
I mean, as a stakeholder is correct, but explanation can be better. Anybody else want to answer this? Why competitors as a stakeholder is important? Santan, Tayyab, Shabazz, anyone?
Yeah, for the competitors, especially for the pricing point of view, this is very important because you cannot continue sale the items with the higher price if the competitors in the market providing the low price. This is number one thing. Second thing, also we have to look always their technology and what the technology, what the innovation they are doing. Like now this environmental point of view and this. So this is as of these 2 points, I think this is the important. So we should aware what is going on in the market.
Right. So when we talk about pricing, I mean, we can charge extra. That's not a problem if you are giving better services. If it is exactly the same, then it might be a problem. But yes, pricing it can help. And also a lot of time when we say competitor, the word itself is like a negative thing. Oh, it's both are like fighting, you know. But that's not the case in the real world. If you talk about Apple and Samsung,
both are work together for
they are
some.
collaborating.
Yeah.
They might have legal cases going on around the world, so many countries. But behind the doors, Apple is helping with the software, Samsung is helping with the hardware. Both are benefiting. If you buy Apple products, the profit is going to Samsung. If you buy Samsung, the profit also goes to Apple. And that's what happened at the top level. Companies collaborate. It's a win-win situation. Now, professional bodies you have put, maybe it can help, but again, there's too much detail, like CIMA as a body you're saying, or any other professional body for engineers. If you have engineers working or doctors, I don't think we'll have doctors, but maybe, I don't know, food scientists will need. Yesterday I was saying, do we need food scientists? Because they will try to understand how we can improve the shelf life of the product. Retailers are very important. Retailers / supermarkets. They're actually controlling this entire supply chain. Technology partners, trade unions, media, local community, government. Okay, that's fine. Can we go to risk quickly? Risk register. I hope everyone is following it. Okay, please ask questions and give your feedback as well. Failure to respond
I'll
to
do it in one single word or something. So I just mentioned in the sentences.
Okay, it's fine. Failure to respond to change customer demand for sustainable packaging could reduce market share and revenue growth. Mitigation, increase R&D investment, monitor market trends, accelerate sustainable product development, and engage customer during product design. Okay, there are a lot of things you have said, but you have to be very practical. For example, you are saying engage customer during product design. Maybe we can, but we cannot do it always, especially with the cost involved. Then you have said increase R&D investment. We also need to see what returns we are getting. So when we are doing a risk mitigation, we should always look at cost and benefit analysis, how much it's costing and obviously what benefit we are getting out of it. So these points are correct. And I hope when you make it in detail, it will have the justification also. In exam, if you're writing this as a mitigation, don't write so many points. Just one is enough. Let's say increasing R&D investment. That's it. But elaborate that point. We'll do that in today's structuring. Just talk about how investment in R&D will help you to mitigate this risk. Because what is happening in the exam, it's a common mistake. Student will bombard with so many points and they will not explain a single one. And guess what? They'll not get good marks.
Yeah, I mean, that's what even I was observing with all the markings what you have given us on the one mock which have. It's all like the question. I mean, the answer maybe still maybe expanded a bit more. Working on only this. Not putting up a straight comments. Even though I mean, if they are wanting us to in a detailed way. So yeah.
Right. Because what happened? You are giving so many options now, and we are not elaborating. So if you don't elaborate, it's incomplete answer. Let's take this one, increasing R&D investment. So how we can write it? We can say if Cartn invest more in research and development, we'll get, or ideally or eventually we'll get a point where we can have more sustainable / eco-friendly packaging without incurring extra cost. So
Wow.
this can help us to keep the new customers who are more environment friendly satisfied. At the same time, will not have cost overrun, or will have control over costing and the margins. And another thing you can say, R&D is very attractive, and being an industry leader, we are one among the top in the world, right? We are pioneers in so many cases. So that is important for us to continuously do it, and this also improve our reputation thing. And we can have a lot of synergy coming out of it. It's not only about sustainability, but if you do this kind of packaging, this can also save cost. For example, instead of 3 layers, we can do something in 2 layers. What will happen? It will be more sustainable, plus your raw material cost for that entire layer, the label, everything is just zero, isn't it? So
Understood.
talk about it. Now it's fine, you have given different options, but when it comes to exam, don't give so many options. Just R&D is one of that, or engage customer during the product design, that is one of that. That itself is a solution. For one risk, if you give one solution, that's enough.
But in detailed way, what you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, detail as in, I'm just expecting you to write 4 or 5 sentences. Like what is the solution? Okay, why do you think? How? What? Why? How? When? And then give them a real world example if possible. Or if there is no real world example, make an example, a scenario for Cartn case and write it down. Simple as that. It's very easy. Because what will happen, how our brain will work usually, we'll think about so many options and we'll just write it down. But to think deep, it's more painful. Just one idea, okay, then thoughts might be reduced. But that's what we want. That's what will make a better answer. I hope everyone is following that point.
Yeah.
Then next one, you said production disruption due to equipment breakdown or manufacturing efficiencies may delay customer deliveries and increase cost. So this about the cost, or this about the disruption? Again, these are 2-3 risks involved. One risk can be disruption. Another risk can be increasing cost. Anyway, so what do you have put? Implement preventive maintenance. Okay, invest in automation. Again, it's like, I'll not say the same thing. We just need to explain. Monitor OEE. What is OEE?
It's overall equipment efficiency. So that's what I
Okay.
just put it in. Yeah.
So in exam, you should, if you're putting this,
Yeah. Short
thing,
form. Yes. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
first time you have to elaborate and maintain contingency production capacity. What I would say, you can do a insurance as well. Look at risk
Yeah.
as like something where likelihood is low, but the impact can be high.
Understood.
So in that, theoretically, what we do, we transfer the risk. So insurance might help. Anything that is non-controllable and can have a serious impact for us. Even the probability is low, but it can cost us very big. So we don't want to pay out of pocket. We can do insurance. In fact, we can be even more smarter. What these Fortune 500 companies are doing, right? They have purchased the insurance company itself. They have acquired it. So they are just moving money from one pocket to another pocket. They are complying with the insurance, and when they need it, they'll take it from there. Because if they do it with outside insurance companies, they might not give you everything. There are a lot of regulations we have to comply, and legal issues can come in. But if it is your own insurance company, it's called captive insurance. Captive insurance means your own insurance company, and it's very profitable. Many cases we might have to do insurance as a legal requirement, but those companies are enjoying 60-70% margins, right? So if you have it your own, you're having win-win situation. And Cartn is such a big company, and we can afford it. Then failure to comply with food safety, environmental regulations, strength compliance monitoring, regular audits. Now, food safety and everything technically is not our problem, but indirectly it can be our problem. That we have to give that, if it contains soya, contains peanuts, a lot of this allergens. Cybersecurity breach. Implement cybersecurity control, regular penetration testing, employee awareness training, and disaster recovery plans. Okay. Inability to meet sustainability targets could weaken brand reputation, develop ESG strategy, measure carbon emissions. We're already measuring it, isn't it?
Mm.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
We have given it. So instead of saying measure it, you can say improvise it. Choice of words are important. Supply shortages or delays from key suppliers. I think it's the same thing, 7 when you say, and the other one, increased cost because of delays. Number 2 and number 7 is very close. So dual source critical materials, not even dual source. What company says is we should have more than 2 suppliers. Even 2 is risky. Ideally, you need at least 3. Not ideally, you need at least 3. Ideally, can be 4 also.
But
But some companies, what they do, they will not have supplier from the same state, same country, different supplier from different place, because there can be any other risk as well, political risk, or maybe sometimes it's rare, but let's say an calamities can also be a problem. Loss of experienced engineers, product quality failures, poor strategic investment, capacity constraint, exchange rate. Okay, exchange rate is important. Use natural hedging, forward contracts, monitor foreign currency exposures. Okay, one more suggestion for all of you is when you're coming up with the mitigation, let's say you have 4 or 5 points, 4 or 5 areas or controls, write the one which you can explain the best. For example, again, we'll go to the first one. R&D is also there, and customer involvement during project. Both are correct. Which one to choose? The one you are more confident to elaborate, or where you can get an example, a real world example. Choose that one. Not the one which you feel is better, but the one which you are more confident in talking. Make sense?
yep.
And financials, revenue. Okay, just show me revenue streams. What you have put quickly, the last one. Core product sales, service revenue, packaging design, technical support, maintenance revenue. Who will pay us maintenance revenue?
Maintenance, like I mean, we do a consultancy services, right? So we don't have a uh, in-house things, right? So we get it from the third party. That's what I understood actually. So when the
I
customer
believe
is
it is
having
more of a subscription because we are doing consulting. So we might have a deal like, okay, people can have this level of this number of consultancy every year, and we have a subscription for that, and subscription get a better deal. So subscription revenue, I think, can be a better option.
Okay.
So when we are working on this list, how we can get different revenues? It's not about what we are doing currently. It's also about what we can do in the future.
Good.
New product, international sale, after sale support, consulting, advisory, subscription, licensing. Okay, that's fine. Good job.
Subscription,
Yes,
sorry.
Sanjay.
So the subscription, I mean, I think it's not currently aligned to Cartn's strategy, right? Because they are not into that business as such in in the revenue stream. I mean, maybe we can say we can keep up for future opportunities. Like in the future, there can be an opportunity for subscription, right?
So Yes and no, both I would say. First, why yes? Because we see from the Preseen they have not mentioned anything.
Yeah.
However, I'm just assuming there is a probability someone who has subscribe as in someone who has done a contract for us a longer time. So,
Okay.
and they'll pay the minimum fees to keep it going, even if they don't use our services, or they get a better deal if they commit for a longer term. So that's very similar to subscription.
Similar. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not exact and it's not mentioned. What we are trying to do on that list is to see how we can improve our revenue. In
Agreed.
fact, you can even add just below that how we can reduce the cost.
Correct.
That will be even a better way of doing on the same sheet. So you'll have thoughts simultaneously how we can improve revenue, how we can reduce cost, and eventually we win.
Correct. Correct.
All right, so please continue and improvise on that.
Sure, Mr.
Thank you. I'm just thinking to take up one question. Just give me 1 minute. I'll share that. Let's take Keystone mock 1 only. Okay, can you see the screen? So this is what you guys did, isn't it?
Nothing is on the screen.
No, sorry. Can you see now?
Nope. Yes.
So this is the question you guys did. Advise on how finance should assess reliability of the project. Am I correct? So in this itself, we'll go to the next question. It's about consideration of acquiring. We'll take something which is very important. Okay, we'll take.
Screen.
You can't see the screen?
No, now we can see.
No,
I can see. I can see.
Okay. Tayyab, you cannot see?
for me, no.
Okay, let me.
No, I
stop.
cannot see still.
Okay. I'll reshare it again. Now is it clear?
Yep, it's clear.
All right. Tayyab,
For
for you?
me, still no. Maybe I will go out and come again.
Yes, please. Thank you.
No, still I can't see.
You can just try to leave the meeting and join immediately. Please try that.
Okay.
All right. So the aim for today is obviously to structure, but at the same time to structure your answer, we need to first write it. Understand it. If you understand, then only you can write it properly. So we'll go through the question first, try to understand and make notes as if you're writing in the exam. Then we'll try to attempt and write it together. Okay. So as soon as you see this screen, you have how much? 45 minutes. And management case study is all about time. There are students, they know all the models, they have known the theories properly. They even did mocks, their writing, everything was decent, but still they have failed in the exam. Why? Because of poor time management. So time management is the key. And you know why students fail? Especially those who have studied. It's not because they cannot do it, because they are trying for a perfection. So we are not trying for perfection. Don't think, okay, I'll use my best English language, I'll use a lot of fancy words, I'll make it look very beautiful. No, if you do something decent, that's more than enough, because CIMA understand the biggest limitation for quality of this answer is time. Imagine instead of 45 minutes you have 2 hours. The expectation of the examiners will be totally different than what they have now. So be practical. Okay, I was talking to one gentleman a few days back for the case study, and we end up discussing like nowadays we are using AI, and obviously we are chatting. Nobody remembers, or if I cannot say nobody, most of us don't remember the spellings, right? Because we don't write on day to day, and it's auto corrected. Am I correct? So now if you go to the exam, you can have spelling mistakes. That's natural. Most of us can have. So can it lead to a failure in the exam? The answer is no. We can have. I know some students, they told me after exam, I have spelling mistakes, what will happen? They pass. But obviously it should not be so many. It cannot be like the entire communication, the entire things you're trying to explain is out of order. No. That's the reason in the last 5 minutes, when they give you a pop-up, okay, last 5 minutes, please review. So ideally you should stop writing that time. By that time you should have finished. You should read your script from start to end. What you'll be reading? You'll be reading the exact question they have asked, not the entire one, just this A, then B. Then read your answer. And if you feel there is a spelling mistake, there is something what you wanted to say, but you have written in a different way, so you can do a quick edits. So that last 5 minutes is very, very important. So technically, you just have 20 minutes for task, subtask A and subtask B. So in 20 minutes, you cannot write an excellent answer. What we are focusing is on a decent answer, a decent thing on what they've asked for. Is that clear? I don't know, is he joined back? Hello, am I audible to you guys?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, you can see now, right, Tayyab?
Yes, I can
Okay.
see now.
So I hope the thing is clear. I was talking about the strategy. You don't need to make something which is ideal, okay? Because that can be a challenge. You look for something perfect, and perfection will waste time. And even the answers, the suggested answer, we have suggested answer on the drive, you must have seen. That is more like it has taken at least 1 day or 2 days for that answer. So don't think I'll write that level of quantity or I must do that. You can write better than that, obviously, but you're not expected to do same level of quantity or same level of perfection. Okay, that's the first thing. So let's start. This is more of a discussion, so please, keep talking. So you receive the following email. Always look at the subject, pricing approach for biodegradable cartons. Why I've chosen this? Because pricing is commonly asked. I'm positive it should be there in August exam. And secondly, anything with the biodegradable or anything with the sustainable, again, very hot topic for your August exam. Okay. So as soon as you see this, first read the question, then go up. Suggest how we should approach the pricing of the biodegradable cartons at launch, taking into account the product's cost profile, client expectations, and commercial position. What is cost profile? How much it's costing us? They have given you, they have made the question very simple. Why? They are given a clarity. Client's expectation, what they are looking from us. If it is biodegradable, automatically they must be happy, or at least satisfied to pay a little bit of premium. That's what comes to my mind. Then commercial positioning. What is commercial positioning? That means how we can maintain our margins or come up with our margins, profit margins. That's the three things. How much? 50%. So as soon as you read this, your mind should be, okay, I need 5 paragraphs. And what can be the 5 paragraphs? Maybe in 4 paragraphs, you're talking about the options of the pricing. And in the 5th paragraph, because this is like a decision making, isn't it? So in the 5th one, you'll do a recommendation. Out of 4, which one is the best choice? We have not started, but as soon as you read this, your mind should have a structure. That's very important. Clarity. We have not read reference material, nothing. Okay. Now you just read the second question. Comment on how this, why second? Because both are connected. Comment on how this product introduction could enhance value creation for Cartn and allow us to benefit from our clients' sustainability priorities. Now this is more about value creation, nothing to do with the pricing. In fact, here you can add points from where our business value, how we create value, define value,
create value, and all that stuff. Yeah.
you can bring in that. It's not exactly about business model, but some points can be brought in from there. Again, 50%. And if you see, section B is talking about positive. So obviously there can be disadvantages, but we are not talking here. It's more about the positive impact. Could enhance. I mean, we are looking at optimistic scenario. So once this is done, then you go back and start reading. Okay. We are planning to introduce the new biodegradable cartons to our global dairy and juice clients. Global, okay, it's not only in Iceland. The commercial team is debating how best to position the product from a pricing perspective, given the higher production cost. Cost is going up, this is very important. And the strategic importance for this launch. What is strategic important? Strategy is more about the environment we are in, the stakeholders, the market. Usually companies follow market-led strategy. So strategic importance doesn't mean our strategy, it means we are trying to be competitive in the market. Clear? Okay. I need to provide a view on the commercial considerations and how commercial is all about profits, our margin. On how this shifts supports Cartn's broader value agenda. Please review the attached internal bulletin and prepare briefing notes covering the file. You have to be fast. I'm being a little slow because we are discussing. Okay. It can be internal bulletin or it can be email attachment. Usually for the pricing, they won't give you a news article. But my suggestion will be to you guys is when you're reading this, try to make notes, especially if you're writing from exam center, they'll give you that sheet and pen, right?
Or scratch pad thing, right?
Scratch pad, we called it. Because I don't want you to come back to this again. Even if you can save 1 minute and you can write one extra paragraph in that 1 minute, you are scoring 2 extra marks, up to 2 marks, I would say. So don't undermine it. Don't feel like, okay, I'll have time. No. The reason we are discussing and going a little slow or basically understanding every word is we don't need to come back. If you keep on coming back, even if somebody waits 5 minutes, they're gone. And honestly, if you perform very bad in one task, like 37, 38 marks, the entire exam is gone. If it is little bit problem is fine, but if it is like very bad, then the entire exam is gone. Then the new Preseen. So you have more to lose if you don't follow this strategy. Okay. The new biodegradable cartons will be significantly more expensive to produce than our legacy products due to higher cost of plant-based material and additional processing steps required. So what you will note down now in your scratch pad, it's expensive. So automatically your thought should be, it will be, or it can be premium price, because I don't think company can eat up that cost. As we prepare to introduce this product to our global dairy and juice clients, the commercial team is debating how best to position the launch from pricing perspective. Some believe the product's sustainability credentials justify premium, while others feel we should focus on long-term client adoption and relationship. Okay. Another point to make in your scratch pad is we have mixed review from the team. One is saying that go for premium, other is like, we can continue with the same pricing or a marginal increase is fine. Why? Because it can help us for client adoption and relationship value. You can use exact these words in your answer also. It's not mandatory, but you can. All right. Next part. Our clients are under increasing pressure to demonstrate progressive progress against their publicly stated sustainability commitments. Very, very important sentence. Remember, in the previous question I was telling about our overall strategy. So our overall strategy or strategic importance about our market, about our stakeholders. It's not about us. It's rarely about us. So we already have pressure. So one thing is clear. What? For example, we might say, okay, we cannot charge premium, but at the same time, we don't want to give discount or we don't want to lose margin. So can we postpone this, plant-based packaging or sustainable packaging for next year's? The answer is no. Why? Because we can see there is already increasing pressure. If we don't do this, our client will leave us. It's no more a core competency. It has become a threshold. And several have indicated that packaging is a key area where they are seeking credible improvements. So we have the points. Okay. At the same time, you can use this as a justification why premium pricing can be used. This can be part of your recommendation also.
And I think this also will help we can target for the clients whose policies are, or who publicly state that they are supposed to meet the sustainability commitments, right?
Yes, the big companies, the listed companies.
Yes.
Because if they have made commitments, they would have budget.
Yes.
So they'll be happy to pay for it. It's just about justifying.
Correct.
At the same time, if you don't do, we might start losing also.
They will leave us for sure in the long term, basically.
Yes. Okay. By offering a fully biodegradable solution, we expect to strengthen Cartn's market position and open opportunities to capture additional value through deeper partnerships, improve retention and potential expansion into adjacent products line. So these are again the advantages why we are doing it. Honestly, in the reference material, you get 50% of your answer.
In fact, these all points we can list on automatically, right?
Yes. So you have 50% of the answer ready. In most of the cases, that's the thing. Now the commercial team is seeking finance inputs on how we should approach the initial pricing and how this product shift could contribute to Cartn's broader value. This is more like a question repeating. I will go back. How we should approach the pricing, that's the first thing. And second is how it will enhance value. The question is clear to all of you? Any confusion?
No.
Everyone?
Yeah, that's okay.
So if you understand the question, we are 50% done. 50% of the job is done, because majority of the student, those who don't clear, they confuse in the first place itself. And the worst part is they don't know they have been misunderstanding with the question. They know only when the result comes out. Because if they know before, they'll read it again and they'll improve it, right? And another 25% is coming up with the structure. Then the last 25% is elaborating it. All right, now let's try to start writing. So you have access to that mock. I shared on the group also. Or I can keep on, going back to the question and answer. That also we can do. So first one was how we should approach the pricing for the biodegradable cartons to the launch. So section A, let me make it a little bit otherwise. We have to write it together, okay? You can see the word, right? Pricing question. Basically, it's an email. So how you can do it is you can write certain formalities. But nowadays, what is happening in the answer, they give it already written. Because who is messaging you? To SFM, the senior finance manager. Otherwise, how you can start your answer is to SFM. from FM. Who is FM? You are FM, finance manager. What's the subject? Price. That's it. Keep it simple. Now, to jump into that, what we can do? Now we have A and B. So obviously B will come later. You can give a small introduction. What can be the introduction? Just one liner. This might give us marks or this might not give, depend on how deep we are going. So any introductory line you can write. Let's say write something, then you can give suggestions to change also. It's very exciting. Sorry. This. Let's say we are starting in a positive tone. It's very exciting to see that finally you can write V or you can write Cartn also. Let's write Cartn first time. It's very exciting to see that finally Cartn is very serious about biodegradable packaging, because we have not done in the past, isn't it? In exam, it won't highlight spelling mistakes, like more notepad. So it's very exciting to see that finally Cartn is very serious about biodegradable packaging, or you can just say sustainable packaging. Packaging for our existing client. Clients. What else can we write here in the intro? This is just to set up the base. You can write about our business, what we have been doing, or how it can help. You don't need to jump to directly to the topic, or you can just keep it one line and you can create a base. So it's very exciting to see finally Cartn is serious. However, to make it effective or successful, whatever you want to use the word, effective pricing will play a key role. As per my understanding, this is the options we can choose. Simple, right? How much is the percentage? 50. Now, number one option. Tell me, what is the first option? Let's say first one is cost plus price. I would recommend to come up with all your headers first, so you don't have to worry about it. You can always do bold and underline in the exam as well. What is the next option we have?
Premium pricing.
Premium price, right? Premium pricing. Next. Tell me what next.
Dynamic pricing.
Very good. Dynamic. There are so many options, but we are just sticking to 4. And you can have different 4. You don't need to write the same thing. Dynamic price. What else?
Value-based pricing, maybe.
Value based also you can say. Or maybe you don't need to write that word pricing in everywhere. You can just say cost plus premium.
So four are enough, no? Or five?
Or is enough. You'll not have time to write more, but now
Yeah.
as we are just practicing, so I'm just trying to write more to give you an idea. I'm
Mm.
thinking penetration might also work.
Mm.
But again, the quick tip here is let's say you have 5 in your mind or 6 in your mind. So which 4 to choose? Choose the 4 where you can write more. Simple as that.
Mm.
Look for your convenience. Even if you think it's the second best option, still write that. Whichever is more convenient for you. Okay, give me one more. Product bundling can help.
Uh, Product bundling, yeah, might be.
Or we can say price skimming, which more like premium pricing, but there can be a small difference.
Is that is that tiered pricing that you're talking about right now?
Which one?
Tiered pricing. So there's small change in pricing dependent on the quality of the product.
Yes, you can say that. Or maybe you might be not using the exact words what they have used. Like this is from textbook, but if you write another word as well is fine, but as long as you explain. Technically, 4 is enough. Now, finally, a recommendation. This is what we are doing. So if you come up with this, as I said, 50% was understanding the question. Now, if you do this, you have done another 25%. These are the options we can choose. Or we can choose from. Anyways, clear? Now we have to elaborate. Clear so far? So what we have to do now in elaborating, first sentence, it can be a fact or just explaining what is cost plus pricing. So this, please help me also to write. Okay, give your points. This style of pricing is just adding the margin on the top for the or after the cost incurred, right? Like as we know from the reference materials, you have given me, you're talking to that person, SFM, right? You have given me, it will be additional cost for us. So us to use this style of packaging, then naturally the cost will go up, right? So what we have done in the first, one second. Yeah, sorry. So what we have done in the first sentence is you have done a fact. Now we are applying to the scenario. As we know from the reference material or materials you have provided, it will go up. Now, what are the characteristics of cost plus pricing? Tell me. Maybe one advantage and disadvantage. Okay, let me put an advantage. It will make sure that we are not at loss, or we are not compromising our bottom line for switching this raw materials. That's an advantage. What's the disadvantage of using this? I hope I'm audible to everyone. What's the disadvantage? We have discussed this in P2. Or if you are confused, you can just give any logical disadvantage. Okay, it will make sure that we are not at loss. That's an advantage. But disadvantage can be, but there can be a risk of losing a client because it won't be under their target cost, because many companies will not have flexible costing, right?
Right. Yeah.
Instead of saying it won't be, it can be, because it can't be. That's a better way of saying. Clear? Can you do this? Can you write like this? Very simple. Even if you write this, one paragraph is enough. It's the easiest and simplest way. What we have done in the first sentence, we have defined what it is. Second one, we have explained and applied to the Cartn. Then we have just given advantage and disadvantage, characteristics of that. Everyone is clear?
Yeah, no, this actually makes a lot more sense compared to I'm not saying what I did last week, because I thought about the entire question rather than breaking it down into points and explaining them.
Right. I mean, what you guys did is also good, but this is more smart, I believe. So now when we are writing, we just think about that particular paragraph. That's it.
Okay.
So if you think writing like 10 paragraphs, 12 paragraphs, it might be scary. But if you think, oh, I need to write just one paragraph at a time, things become easy. Now we'll do exactly the same thing for the premium price. You can tell me, I can type. What's premium pricing? This style.
Charging higher than market prices
Yes.
to
This.
signal superior quality or
Super.
sustainability.
Right. This style usually is used to charge the premium as its signal to superiority of the products, or it may be because we are the rare company or only company doing this service, doing this product or service, whatever.
Yeah.
Now we can apply to the Cartn. In our case, we are
The first mover, basically, or we can say that.
among the first. We don't know exactly if we are the only mover, so it's better to
Yeah.
say we are among the first movers. We are among the first movers to do that. We are among the first movers to do that. So we can, instead of saying we can, we should benefit. We should benefit from this. Benefit from this until our competitors catches.
Yeah. So we can benefit from this innovation because now this is something which we are come up with, right?
Right. Yeah, that's it. Now we can write one advantage, disadvantage. Like again,
So, one advantage is that there's higher margins involved in this, but a disadvantage of that is that competitors, when they catch up, would potentially be able to undercut. Would that work?
yes, yeah, definitely it works. So I'll write that higher margin will easily. Basically, we can say higher margin will easily cover the increased cost as they have given the reference, right?
Yeah.
Increased cost plus improve our
Gross margins.
gross margins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross margin profitability. That's fine. Whichever way you want it. Gross margins. And it's easy for us. I'm just extending. It's easier for us because of our long standing reputation of more than 6 decades. So this is like from the Preseen.
Okay, so just adding a little bit more clout to the answer.
It just came naturally, so we have nothing to lose. If any thoughts come like this, add up. Simple as that. What was the disadvantage you said? The competitors can come and do a price cut.
Yeah, so they could undercut on the pricing.
Right. So you can say, however, we need to be careful about the timings as computer will come up and as computers can be chasing us with discounted pricing or anything with
Lower pricing.
lower pricing. Okay.
Yeah.
Simple. And honestly, in most of the cases, we can talk about real world companies. For example, Tetra Pak has been doing this successfully for so many categories.
So because it is Shebaz, you refer to Tetra Pak, is it?
I think that's the first name comes in. Honestly, I went to a supermarket a few days back and I was checking the packaging. It has products from US made, India, and a lot of other countries, Asian other countries also. All of them were Tetra Pak. All of them. In the juice, milk, curd, anything with that style, it looks like they have almost 99% market share.
Mm.
And it's very easy to remember name as well. So
Mm.
is it clear?
Yep.
Okay. You want to try the other 4 options?
Yeah, I don't mind. I'll give them a go.
All right then. Just try this. So it should not take more than maybe like 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. Do you want
Not in Word, even if you just type in WhatsApp is fine. I just want to see if you're following the strategy. So just if you want to write on WhatsApp and share on a group also is fine. 4 paragraphs, one on dynamic, one on value based, one on penetration, one on price scheme, and maybe a recommendation as well. So recommendation will come from that. Okay, I'll give you some tips for recommendation before you write. So in recommendations, we have to cover certain points. First is be clear. Many times it's like we are doing or not. In this case, this is more about which one. Be very, very clear. Don't be confused. Okay, we can choose any from this. No, you are not a leader if you say that. Be very, very clear which one you want to go ahead. So first is be very, very clear. Second is justify why. Third, an action plan. Fourth, if possible, real world example. Clear? Is it clear? So you have to do 5 paragraphs now. Dynamic pricing, value-based pricing, penetration, price skimming, and recommendation. And you can recommend any one of these. All of that makes sense. All right. I think 5 minutes is less, 10 minutes maximum. 8 to 10 minutes. We'll start now.
So it's dynamic pricing, penetration pricing, and
Price skimming. Sorry, I'll just scroll up. Dynamic, value based. You can see on the screen. Yeah.
What's the other one? Dynamic value penetration.
Is it done or you need some time?
I'm currently on price skimming at the moment, and then recommendation.
Okay.
So another
It's
5
8
minutes.
minutes. 2 more minutes for you guys.
Two-
Maximum 2 more. Yeah.
2 more minutes. Okay. Sorry, Misbah, how would you put the recommendation together?
Let me scroll down once. You can cover these points. First sentence be very clear, or maybe you can write two sentences, just to define the first one. It's up to you.
Sorry, Miss, but I rushed on the price skimming as soon as you said 2 minutes.
Okay, you can improvise. 1 more minute, no problem. Others are also still doing. Okay, that's enough. whatever you have done, you can just share. So dynamic, the style of price changes frequently based on demand. Shabaz, would you like reading it, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. So dynamic pricing, this style of pricing changes frequently based on demand, seasonality, or capacity. This style of pricing uses real-time data to adjust pricing. So, for example, peak pricing versus off-peak pricing. Pricing is great for matching demand patterns, but this does require data systems that are up to date. Any data flaws in this will confuse customers. Do you want me to go through all of them as well?
Yes. Yeah, just 1 second. So this one is a great answer because you have defined what it is, the characteristics of that, the positive and negative side. Superb. I think one improvement can be done here in dynamic pricing is you can apply to our scenario. In our case, that one thing is can be improved.
Okay.
Instead, this style of pricing can use real-time data to adjust pricing. Instead of saying that, what you would have said is Cartn can use this pricing method to use real-time data, or we can use, instead of saying this style, write it as a first person, then you're applying to Cartn. Simple as that. Now this paragraph looks very generalized.
Okay.
Just
Okay,
one word here and there, it will make a difference.
Okay.
That's what we did in all of them. If you see, the second sentence was all applying to the case,
Okay.
isn't it?
Got it.
In our
Yeah.
case, we are among the first movers. We just connect back to our base.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the
That's
thing. Okay,
fine.
please continue.
So value-based pricing, this pricing is based on customer perceived value, not cost. This pricing does support the innovation of the product and allows premium pricing as market leaders. Again, as we are one of the first to move forward with this product, but as above, this also relies on data and needs market insight.
Superb. So this is fine. Here you have brought in our perspective. That's good. Okay.
Penetration pricing, this means we would set a low initial price point to capture as much market share as possible. This would allow us to launch, flood the market due to low pricing, and set higher prices later. Although this is a fast market entry and it would discourage our competitors, there is significant margin erosion within the style of pricing. And dependent on the macroeconomic headwinds in the future, it can be difficult to increase the pricing later on.
Okay. Makes sense. Or maybe on disadvantage, you can add Cartn is a premium business and our clients are using our premium packaging to charge premium again. So
Okay.
if you go into the penetration pricing, because we have already penetrated the market,
Yeah.
it's just replacing. So
Okay.
might be, we are purposely cutting our margins and it might be risky to increase the price later. Something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
That's fine. Now, price skimming, I rushed on, so I'll read what I've written. Price skimming, this is setting a high initial price, then gradually lowering it as the market matures. This maximizes early stage profits, but can also result in slow adoption of the product from customers.
Okay.
My recommendation is cost plus pricing is best because it's simple and makes sure Cartn always covers its cost whilst earning a steady profit. It's also easy for customers to understand, which helps build trust during the early launch of biodegradable cartons. The action plan would be to work out the complete cost of the packaging, add a clear fixed markup percentage, and review costs quarterly to ensure there is zero margin erosion and price remains accurate.
Super. That's a good one. One improvement which can be done again, find a real world company who is using cost plus pricing. Because if this question comes up, you can just copy paste.
Yeah, no, I was going to, but I ran out of time.
Okay. So basically you guys have to do this entire mock and you'll be writing this answer again. So that time you can add a real world example.
Okay, perfect.
That's really good.
Thank you. Thanks, Musbah.
Rizwan, you have sent in what? Rizwan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Can you go through your thing, what you have written? The reason I'm asking you to read yourself is when you read, you yourself will realize, okay, this is what I wanted to write, but I have written in a different way.
Yeah, regarding the dynamic pricing, I have written that this pricing is demand and vary customer to customer based on their needs or requirement. However, there is a risk that customer may find out the different prices applied to them for the same product, and which may result in the loss of confidence on us and may lead to lose the customer.
Very good.
There's dynamic pricing, and then this value-based pricing. Value-based pricing can also be applied if we are identify the value of our product, and based on that, we can market and offer the prices to the customer. And this is a new product, so we can use this pricing model. However, it's very difficult to assess the value of the product. It's required research, and in case assessment went wrong, the competitor may take the advantage for that.
Okay.
Then
value-based pricing can be applied if you're identifying value of. So basically, you are saying direct to apply, but at the same time, you are defining in the first sentence. In the first sentence, if you just tick what is value-based price.
Okay.
You have done that. Instead of saying apply, you can say value-based pricing means, or it includes this. So just few words here and there, that can be better. This is also correct, but that can be a little better.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Then penetration pricing. This pricing we also offer to by keeping the low initial profit to gain the market share quickly. How it also have disadvantage. Sometimes it's very difficult to raise the pricing once you have over the low pricing.
So quantity is less here.
Yeah, I was just trying to
So
be
what
fast.
you get in the first thing, you just talk about the definition and you went to the disadvantage. What's the advantage? Okay, advantage is low initial profit to gain the market share. Okay, that's also there. And there is no application to the Cartn's case. To the case study.
For penetration pricing, we can because this is a new product, so we can use this pricing as well.
Yeah, so apply to the scenario, take out some facts they have given in the Preseen.
Okay.
For example, you can say in our 6 decades of business or a very long business, we might have tried penetration pricing previously in some areas. So get that data out and see how the market performs.
Right.
Isn't it? Talk like this. Yeah.
And then this price scheming, in this pricing, we can charge high initial price and gain high early profits and development costs because we are doing the innovation as a premium product. However, this is also have a disadvantage. Sales volume can be low and attract competitors to work on the same line and offer the product on low pricing.
Okay.
Then I have recommended about the value-based pricing because the product which we are offering is a premium product. We would have to make a research and accordingly offer the prices. However, in case it's not work, we can use alternate pricing model, but initially we should use the value-based pricing model. There are several examples in the real world who use the value-based pricing model, like Apple or Mercedes. They use the value pricing model.
All right. Fine. You can use examples outside the industry also, but ideally if you use in our industry or something which is similar to our business, that might help. That is more ideal, I would say.
Okay.
But it's a good answer, is definitely good enough to pass, more than pass. Okay.
Inshallah.
Okay. Who's next? Okay. Adil.
Yeah,
you read it?
I was not able to come up with the recommendation in that time given, but I have written the other parts.
Yeah, you can read, and by the time you reach end, you can recommend also.
Yeah. So for dynamic pricing, I had written here that this style of pricing is where we can change the selling price depending on the demand in the region. For example, if the prices of the raw material go up, then we may be able to adjust the price of our new cartons instead of losing our margins.
Good
With
point.
this, we can protect our margins when the costs rise and can charge more when demand is strong. However, customers may not like frequent price changes, and if price keeps changing, it can damage our trust and make us look unreliable.
Right.
Moving on to
1 second. So
value-based.
it can
Yeah.
damage our trust. I cannot see the word our. Okay, we'll say we can
Ye-
protect the margin, or sometime we can mention the word carton and try to link it with the fact. For example, last line you have said it can damage trust and make us look unreliable. So instead of that, we can write carton has it can damage the trust that has built over decades that we are the one of the best companies globally, and we know the fact from the
ex-
pre. So that is like again applying to it. Examiner will be like, okay, this person knows the industry. Is that this person knows our company's thing? Because for any startup, they will not lose so much of trust. But we have built so much trust, so we can lose, right?
Yeah, yeah, that sounds better.
Yes, but this is a good one.
And thank you. Moving to value-based pricing, I've written this style of pricing is used to charge the customer based on the value the product will bring for them. Since our customers are under increasing pressure to move towards sustainability, we are in a good position to help our clients reduce packaging waste and move. And yeah, the advantage of this pricing is that we can charge a premium and improve our margins, while at the same time we must ensure the customer believes the value is real to help them with their sustainability image. Or if they're price sensitive. I was going to write more on this, then I did not.
No, it's fine. It's fine. This is enough. No need to elaborate too much. 4 sentence,
Yeah.
5 sentence, max to max. You have a lot of time. You feel like okay, 6. Don't go more than that, because you have
Okay.
other options. Because sometimes students, what they do, they'll write more on one header, let's say value based, and they'll write very small on penetration. Have a balanced answer. Don't get excited. Okay, I know this. No.
Yeah. And moving to penetration pricing, this style is usually used to set a lower launch price to encourage customers to try our new biodegradable products. As our product is a lower initial price could reduce the resistance and help us build demand quickly. With this, we can gain good market share. However, we know biodegradable products are already expensive to produce, so a lower price can damage our margins. And,
Super. And
and
what's your
for price
recommendation?
skimming,
Sorry,
for
skimming
my
is fine.
recommendation, again, I thought about value-based pricing for recommendation because of the reference material as it was given that these customers are under increasing pressure for moving towards sustainability and their ESG image, and it can help improve their brand position basically if moving to sustainable products. But again, sustainable products adoption would be difficult. So we could probably pair value-based pricing along with some introductory pricing offers or options to help
Right.
customers and encourage people to move to our product or to the sustainable products.
Right. That's fine. So basically, when you are recommending, our words and our language should not look we are confused. Whatever you want to
Okay.
recommend, all the options can be correct, but we should not look confused. That's very be assertive. Okay,
Right, right.
that's a good one. Who is next, Mr. Sampson?
Yeah, okay. Let me just read my answers. So, dynamic
I
pricing.
hope you didn't finish now. Everyone stop the same.
Uh,
I hope you didn't took extra time to write. You and those who have not shared yet. The
no,
time was only
no,
10
no. I
minutes.
just stopped from that time. I didn't do anything. I just stopped. I didn't even
Okay.
complete actually, but just let me go on whatever I wrote basically.
Yes, please.
So dynamic pricing is based on products where price keeps changing as per the demand and competitor analysis. In our case, this is a new biodegradable product, and it's an innovative and sustainable product. When the product is expensive, the price can be higher to cover the cost. And when the product gets popular and competition enters the market, our prices can be automatically adjusted to compete with them. This strategy cannot be blanket applied, but could yield results in the start of the product. Uh, Value-based pricing, our customers who have to achieve the fulfillment of sustainability will pay value for the biodegradable product. This could be a strategy to achieve higher profitability, increase liquidity, and position us as a strategically placed supplier. Finally, our recommendation would
One
be
second, one second. So there
Yeah.
were 4 things, right? Dynamic.
Yeah, I didn't want to go for the other two because I mean, I want to recommend on the initial ones basically, you know.
It's fine. Even if you want to recommend on the initial one, you have to talk. Give them options.
Okay. So
Let's say,
recommendation is
for example,
I would strongly recommend a mix of premium based pricing and value based pricing strategy for biodegradable packaging, supported by selective dynamic pricing where significant changes in demand or input cost occurs. Long-term contractual customers should continue to receive stable pricing to preserve trust, strengthen customer relations. This approach balances profitability with Cartn strategy positioning as a premium, innovative, and sustainable packaging provider. The rest I have to write down scheming and everything. I don't.
Yeah, this is good. You have covered the recommendation. You have justified. What I was saying is,
Yeah,
let's say
sorry.
the first option itself is your recommendation. You feel like that's the best one, but still you have to give different options because the senior manager will not look just for the recommend. Let's say you have recommended something, but they are looking for the another one. They are happy. It's your recommendation, but you have to give them the options.
So we
Right?
need to write about the other ones also and say, okay, this is
Definitely.
what I will not be. Rather, it's not going with that, but I recommend the other ones, whatever. Right?
Yes, you can recommend something, but the board and the senior manager, they will agree something else from your work. That's the reason you are explaining anything.
Okay.
I mean, explaining all the possible options.
Okay. I got it.
Otherwise, we'll have only one paragraph to write, direct recommendation, or even one sentence. That's it. They want to see our knowledge, our application, the options available, and how we do it. And moreover, it's about quantity. We need more quantity as well.
Yes.
And especially if something is like this question, you should utilize to score maximum marks.
Correct.
Okay, Mr. Tayyab.
Yes, Misbah. Actually, to be honest, with the time when this end, I was able to finish only the dynamic pricing and the recommendation. The
In
other
10 minutes?
yeah,
Why?
the short, yani, just because.
Honestly, tell me what was the problem.
No, just to write from my side, yani, I was able to finish 10 minutes only this dynamic prices, yani, think and write, and then the
I'm asking why,
recommendation.
Were you confused?
No, just to, yani, you can say still to recall all the memories and to write down, yani. So I able to finish this, yani, one
Forget
price.
what is penetration, what is price skimming. Is it? You need to revise the topics.
Yes.
Okay. But if you are, I understand you need to revise, you can revise it. That's not a problem. But
Yeah.
even if you know it, sometimes if you're trying to write perfectly, that's what I said. We are just writing a decent answer. If you think many times what happened, I'm not saying to you in general, students are trying to write a perfect answer, they overthink before writing anything. It's fine, even if sometimes it can be not exactly correct, but still go ahead. Because quantity is very important. If you write 2 or 3 paragraphs for 50%, definitely that's not enough to clear this exam. Quantity is very important. In the worst case, let's say somebody forget this and this question is there. You know the headers, penetration price, and you don't know the model exactly. But whatever you can recall, penetration, what does penetration means? Even the name itself will give an idea. Penetration means to enter, right? So usually, easier entry is if you are discounted. So like this logic we can use because sometimes it can happen. We can revise and we can still forget. Okay, please go ahead.
So I write down for dynamic pricing is a strategy where price change over the time based on factors such as demand, customer behavior, market conditions. It can increase revenue at the time of high demand, but at the same time, customer may perceive it as unfair if price change frequently. And I recommend, yani by my recommendation, I will recommend that we should adopt the premium pricing as our product is a premium product. With this, we can get an extra margin, which will help our company over our profit as well. Our competitors like Tetra Pak is doing this successfully.
Okay. Recommendation is fine. I'll recommend that's clear. We can get extra margin. That's your justification. Action plan is not there, but you have given an example. Okay.
Yeah.
When we do it, the
This is
complete.
really, as per my mind, yani, I recall everything and I do this one. I will complete later, but in immediate, yani, this was my answer.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
I need from others also. Arvind, Alpesh.
Yes, Ms. Bhavan, as when I could not able to recall some topics actually, so I mean I took some more time to work on it. So I'll just
Whatever you have done, you can quickly read because we need to do subtask also. You just finish quickly. Whatever you have,
I'll just share it.
or you can just read out. Simple. That's also fine.
So dynamic pricing, I wrote dynamic pricing utilizes automated data algorithm to continually adjust selling prices in real time based on immediate shifts in the market supply, demand, and competitor activities. While this maximizes short term contribution margin by capturing the peak consumer willingness to pay during the high demand windows. It is highly unsuitable for Cartn's new biodegradable launch. Large B2B dairy and juice clients request stable, predictable costs to plan their own retail packaging budgets, and the resulting price would serve their procurement planning, while Cartn internally budget control and
I lost you. All right.
And coming to value-based pricing ignores the internal manufacturing cost. And
You can share. I lost you in between. You can share on the group. What about Arvind Ganesan? Have you completed?
Yeah, Mishba, I did. Also, I recommended one costing strategy as well, Mishba. Is that fine?
Yeah, you can just share then.
Yep, sure, Mishba.
I mean, tell me what you have written, or maybe that costing paragraph at least.
Yeah, sure, Mishba. I recommended one the Kaizen costing strategy. So I can also suggest the Kaizen costing for the sustainable packaging because we are into learning and making a lot of experiment in this new material for the packing the food products. By using this costing with the combination of the pricing will helps the company to control cost and efficient use of materials is the goal of using this costing in for this new raw material. So I recommended two types of pricing, Mishpa. One is price skimming and cost plus pricing.
Why two?
The price skimming, Cotton can use this pricing strategy for sustainable packaging. This helps to make the product available for the customer at the higher price at start. Later, we can reduce the price because at start, so sourcing a raw material will be difficult for the sustainable packaging. Later, we will find the raw material supplier at a stable price to make it at the lower price than the initial price to the customers. Also, we can make the long-term contract to the customers by signing the long-term contract. And for the cost plus pricing, we can also consider using this strategy as well. It helps the company to add up cost for the product and protects from the margin erosion, helps to make a good level of profit from the customers. And downside for this strategy will be cost control. Customers will hesitate to invest in sustainable packaging and result in loss of key customers.
If you have to choose one, which one it will be?
Yeah. And the recommendation, I would recommend the combination of the price skimming and cost plus pricing strategy for this new form of packaging helps to
That's
avoid
what I'm
the,
asking. Instead of combination, if you have to choose one, which one will it be?
it will be, I would go for price skimming, Mishpa.
Okay, so go for price skimming. You
Yeah.
can recommend both, but I won't suggest you that. Just stick to one.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Because that's like a better leadership. You can say, according to me, this is number one. And obviously there will be number two and all of that.
Okay. And also, Mishpa, is that suggesting costing is fine or what?
I mean, if you are linking it, how that thing can help for pricing, yes, it's fine. And another thing is the time. If
Okay,
you have
okay.
too much time in the exam, which is rare, you can bring it.
Mhm.
There is no
Okay.
negative marking, even if it is irrelevant. But the only problem can be the time. That's the biggest challenge. What about Vikas? Vikas left or is there? I think is joining and leaving some network issue maybe. Alpesh, if you have done, please share as well.
Yeah.
Or you can just read through it. Maybe just the recommendation. I like to hear that.
Okay, I will just read the recommendation then. So what I've written is, from all of the above strategies, I recommend Cartn to go ahead with price skimming strategy, as we are in packaging business for more than 6 decades, and we have a customer base we have created over the years, and as we have created a brand image by providing excellent quality products, customers would want to try this new biodegradable products. Further, as the costs are high for plant-based materials, higher selling price can set off the cost, and Cartn can maintain the margin at the same level.
Okay, makes sense.
Any more to write on the recommendation, Mishpa?
Maybe an example you can add, but
Okay.
main things you have covered very clear. Which one? Second,
Mhm.
justifying. Third, an action plan. So you have done all three of them.
Okay.
That itself should give 2 marks at least.
Okay.
All right. Now to the second subtask. Comment on how this product introduction could enhance value creation for Cartn and allow us to benefit from our clients' sustainability priorities. So basically, what are the advantages? In simple words, we are looking for the advantages of this. This is again, pretty straightforward only. So what we can write here is,
This is which case study, right? It's on the drive, right? It's on the drive.
yeah, it's on the drive. This is for Cartn. This is the same mock you did other day. The
It's the
first
same
task.
one?
Yeah, this is the task 3.
But it's not showing there on the drive.
It's in the drive. Go to mocks.
Mhm.
Click on mock 1. No,
It's mock 1 or mock 3?
it's mock 1.
Mock 1.
Should I show you where it is on the drive?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show it.
I've sent the drive's link for where the mock is
No, I have
in
the
the group.
drive link, but I'm not able to see this particular mock.
I'll show you one second. Can you see the new screen?
Yeah.
So if you go here, just scroll down, we have this folder of mocks. Can you see?
Yeah. Yeah.
Click here. This
Yeah.
is the,
Now open that. Open that. Okay, go down.
so we scroll down. Task 1, task 2, and this is the task 3.
Okay. So mock 1 it is, huh?
Mock 1, task 3. Or section 3, what you will call it. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's there.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
The second question is about what will be the advantages of doing that. They have used a different language, but ultimately, in simple words, they are looking for advantages. How this product introduction will enhance value creation, or basically how it will benefit us. How it can benefit? What do you guys think? Hello? You got some point?
Sorry, Misbah, could you repeat the question?
Okay. Maybe we can come up with some points together. I hope you can see the Word file again on the screen. It's a subtask B. So you can start. There are a number of ways. Just a basic start. Number of ways it can create value for our clients and can benefit Cartn's business model. This can be like a basic. Yeah. You have some questions? Alpesh, you are saying something?
Yeah, it will help us to meet our sustainability targets.
Okay. So first point, again, bold underline. You have understood question, 50% job done. If you have headers ready, again, 25% will be done. So first you are saying, we are listed companies, so sustainability can be important. Sustainability target you said, right?
Yes.
What else?
Our commercial positioning for Cartn, it supports.
Right. So basically in commercial positioning, or we can say better margin, you can use any of the headers, or let's say commercially viable. It's not like we are doing at loss. It should give us more benefit, in fact. What else?
New consultancy streams.
New consultancy stream.
I think it
How?
should be new product category.
But we are not, what I say, we are just replacing the current one, right? When we say new product, new consultancy, are we doing as a different service?
No. So the reason why I'm saying new consultancy, because it can expand its consultancy offering. Sorry, I'm just trying to tie it up with the Preseen, and think outside the box here.
It's 100% possible.
Yeah.
But just write if you are, confident to explore that.
Okay.
If you're confident, you can do it. So we can say new revenue stream.
That can also mean like good future opportunities or something, right, Shabazz? Where we can later on move to different products or something.
Yeah, I mean, because see, your consultancy offering would then move to sustainable packaging designs, carbon footprint reductions, packaging line optimization. So you're diversifying what you can actually offer.
Or rather, you can say competitive differentiation, something like that, no?
Yes, Mr. Diaz hit the nail on the head there. Thank you.
Okay.
Giving competitive edge. New revenue stream. Because nobody is doing that. How we know that? Because we see the real world. It's not given in the Preseen competitive edge. What else? Maybe improved relationship with the clients because we are trying to solve their problem.
Yeah.
Or we can even say retaining the clients. Client retention. It's again 50%, ideally 5, or you can write 4 and do a, conclusion. But one more.
Increase sales and market share.
Are you sure it will increase the sales? Because sales can go down. We are increasing the price.
No, but this is new product. Adding any new product, it will increase the sales.
Okay, if we are not, we have the same business coming from that, and it will have a new clients you're assuming. Okay. But new revenue stream and sales is the same only, right?
Yeah, in terms of what Brother Tayyab just said, I personally disagree because I don't because we're replacing a product with a much more premium product. It's something that we're trying to develop further regenerative income. Is that
Right.
right, Misbah, or
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm
because
just thinking,
we're taking
basically, when we are coming up with the headers, you should at least have basic idea how I'll elaborate.
yeah.
So you're not into a problem.
Okay.
That's the only suggestion I would give. There is no wrong answer here. Obviously, advantages can keep on going. We don't have to look at the disadvantages here. However, when you're talking about commercially viable, you can give a caution saying that it's commercially viable, but it should be executed properly. How much viable? It all depends on the execution. Something like that, like a caution you can give.
Yeah.
So I'll write the first paragraph, then you guys have to do the remaining. Okay. Sustainability target. So we are saying sustainability target of our clients. We can even start a little bit early as we are already committed and disclosing our ESG reports, we can say, or sustainability reports, whatever you want to use the word. Reports, this move can even make it more attractive to our stakeholders and can reflect positively on our share price, because we are a listed company. So why I said share price? We are a listed company. So indirectly, we have showed that we have an understanding for it. There is also a term called CSR dividend. Obviously, we don't need to write that term, but this can also help because we are not explaining them what is CSR dividend, right? There is a possibility of getting CSR dividends. That means if Cartn is taking care of social responsibilities, it becomes attractive. It becomes first choice for investors. So we can get more money and eventually, we can benefit from that.
And I think we can link it with our current targets, which is given in Preseen.
Yes. We can say successfully we have, been improving over the years. We can continue to showcase our record or our commitment, whatever word you want to use, to be environmental friendly. Sorry about the spellings. Environmental friendly, or being environment friendly. Only of environment. As we have most of our clients being listed companies. Now this information is not there. I'm assuming because if you see any big brand, we talk about Unilever, Nestle, most of them are listed or they are big enough where sustainability matters. They will benefit with this move. They will also benefit with this move. With this move, with this approach, whatever. Yeah, I think that's enough. So one sentence, 2, 3, 4. 4 is enough. Honestly, if we do this again tomorrow and we are doing the same question, same address, the answer will be different. It was so natural. And now after that, if you go to the suggested answer, you'll be like, it's totally different than what we have written here. Yeah, that's fine. I have not even read that answer now long back. So it's completely fine. Whatever you feel like, even for you, you're writing now, and when you'll do the complete mock, it will be different. It's absolutely okay. Clear? I know it's already time, 2 hours, but I request you, can you just stay 10 minutes and complete this the same way what we did the previous one?
Yeah, that should be fine. No problem.
So in conclusion here, you're not making a recommendation. It's more about summarizing it. Okay. So this is done. So you don't need to see the first page. I'll keep sharing this screen. In 10 minutes, please complete this and share on the group. Don't leave the group, okay, until you are done. I'm here. Same style of writing.
Just put my answers on the WhatsApp group, Misbah. If you could please take a read.
I'll have a look. So over the week we'll be doing it. I'll anyways tell the plan tomorrow. And tomorrow is more of important topics. So please don't miss. Very important. And we'll be doing more of sessions like today. I think it will be very useful in the coming weeks also. It's all about the writing at the end.
Yeah,
Okay.
Could we? I mean, I don't know how everybody else feels about this, but is it just a suggestion?
Yeah.
Could we do E2, P2, and F2 on this as well? If we cover.
Yes, that's the plan. So tomorrow we'll be doing important topics that is on E2, B2, F2. And in the next week, when we connect again, we'll take a mock which is focused on F2. Then a mock which is focused on E2. So we'll cover that. Yes, that's in the plan.
That's fine, because what personally worries me and makes me think that I'm not ready for the exam is just the sheer amount of things we've got to remember.
So yeah, so tomorrow you'll get an idea. What we are discussing tomorrow is 50 topics, that is including E2, P2 and F2. And if you do that, I would say 90% or at least 80% of the exam questions should be from that rated thing. Rest all you can put as secondary.
Okay, perfect. That's fine. No worries. Because right now I'm looking at all of my key competencies and I'm thinking, oh my God, how am I going to remember all of this?
You don't have to remember anything. It's just about understanding. If you know your business, your industry, you're 70-80% done.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. So others also, please share it on the group. It's already 10 minutes. Whatever you have done, share it. Please don't take more time. And also, please don't miss tomorrow.